Did you know that in 2025, more and more countries are quietly shutting their doors to Americans? Yes, you heard that right. Places that once welcomed U.S. travelers with open arms are now making it incredibly hard to visit, work, or even stay for a while. It's shocking and honestly a bit heartbreaking. Countries that once loved American tourists are now saying, not anymore. Why? Some are tired of the political drama. Others are fed up with waves of digital nomads flooding their cities, driving up prices, and ignoring local customs. This global change is real, and millions of Americans might soon find out the hard way. It's not just about vacations anymore. It's about feeling unwanted in places you once felt at home. So don't just scroll by, subscribe and stay with us. This isn't just news, it's a warning. Number 1, Canada. Canada used to be America's safe backup plan, a place for peace, free healthcare, and a quieter life. But in 2025, something changed. That once open door is slowly closing. Canada is now facing a deep crisis. There's not enough housing, and cities like Toronto and Vancouver have become so expensive that even locals can't afford rent. Hospitals are overcrowded, and emergency room wait times have tripled. Buses and trains are packed. Canadians are exhausted, and immigration is taking the blame. The government has responded by putting strict new limits on who can come in. Applying for permanent residency now takes much longer, and Americans without high incomes or special job skills are being turned away. One elderly American couple, who had lived peacefully in Nova Scotia for over 12 years, was recently told their time was up. They volunteered, paid taxes, and were part of the community. Still, their small retirement income no longer met the new requirements. They were told it's time to return home. It's heartbreaking. Canadians don't hate Americans, but they feel overwhelmed. As one Toronto newspaper put it, we can't save the U.S. from itself. Our cities are breaking. For so many Americans who always thought Canada would be their plan B, 2025 brings a shocking truth. There might not be a plan B anymore. Number 2, Mexico. For years, Mexico was a dream for many Americans. Sunny beaches, cheap living, and a relaxed lifestyle. Retirees, remote workers, and free spirits flocked there by the thousands. But in 2025, the dream is starting to fade. Why? Because over 1 million Americans stayed past their tourist visas just last year. Many were working online, some without permission, and almost none paid taxes to Mexico. Now, the government has had enough. Immigration officers are everywhere, in airports, bus stations, and major tourist spots, checking passports and visa histories. Fines for overstaying have gotten 4 times higher. Many Americans have already been blacklisted, and some caught working without legal papers have been kicked out of the country immediately. But this crackdown isn't just about rules. It's about people. In cities like Mexico City, Tulum, and Puerto Vallarta, locals are frustrated and sad. Rents have gone up so high that many can't afford to live in their own neighborhoods anymore. A shopkeeper in Oaxaca said, "We're losing our culture. Americans come, earn their dollars, and leave us with high prices and no homes." The message is clear. If you're an American planning to stay in Mexico, you better be ready to show your income, your background, and proof that you're legally helping the country. If not, you might be sent back home on the next flight. No questions asked. Number 3, China. Something chilling is happening in China, and it's hitting Americans hard. In 2025, U.S.-China tensions have grown worse than ever. And now, Americans are quietly being pushed out. No big headlines, no official announcements, just quiet, sudden goodbyes. Teachers, business workers, and even long-time residents are being denied visas. Some are blacklisted without warning. Others, like one American tech worker in Shanghai, have faced shocking treatment. He was held for 6 hours at immigration, then told he couldn't return, even though his visa was valid. His job didn't know why. His embassy had no answers. Just like that, he was out. Even Americans with clean records are feeling the pressure. Hidden cameras, surprise visits to apartments, and landlords suddenly canceling leases have all become part of daily life. The scariest part? There's no warning. You might be fine today and gone tomorrow. Living in China now means living with fear. No matter how careful you are, the rules can change overnight. And by the time you find out, it might already be too late. Number 4, the UAE. At first glance, the United Arab Emirates, especially cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi, looks like a dream come true. Fancy buildings, tax-free paychecks, and luxury everywhere. But behind that shine, something serious is happening. In 2025, life there has become risky for many Americans. A new rule called the Residency Stability Directive now checks everything before renewing your visa. They're watching social media posts, bank records, and even private chats on WhatsApp. Any small thing that seems disruptive could get you kicked out fast. Some Americans were deported for things they didn't even know were wrong. One danced at a beach bar, another made a joke about traffic on Instagram. That was enough. And when they deport you from the UAE, there are no second chances. You're banned for life. One American writer said it best, "I wasn't warned. At the airport, they just said your visa is canceled. You're going home." In today's UAE, if you're not rich, quiet, or always watching your words, you simply don't belong. Number 5, Hungary. Hungary, especially Budapest, used to be a quiet little escape for many Americans. With its beautiful streets, low cost of living, and easy access to other parts of Europe, it felt like a secret paradise. But sadly, that peaceful chapter is closing. Under Prime Minister Viktor Orban, Hungary has started turning inward. His strong nationalist beliefs are now making it harder for foreigners, especially Americans, to stay. People who once felt welcome are now facing new roadblocks. To renew your residency, you must now prove you have enough money, speak Hungarian, and show that you've truly blended in with the local culture. And yes, there's now a real checkbox for that. One American photographer who had lived in Budapest for 7 years was denied with just one cold line. Not enough contribution to national values. Americans are also facing strange banking issues, missing paperwork at offices, and even being targeted by media as cultural threats. Hungary isn't kicking you out, but it's making it feel like maybe you don't belong anymore. Number 6, Philippines. For many years, the Philippines felt like a second home for Americans. The two countries share history, language, and friendship. But in 2025, something changed, and not in a good way. This island paradise is no longer as open as it used to be. The government made big changes to its retirement visa program. The age requirement went up, the money you need doubled, and now every retiree has to pass yearly checks, including interviews and money audits. It's strict and sad. Why did this happen? Officials say they're worried about unpaid hospital bills, aging foreigners needing care, and people using the visa system just to avoid taxes. One hospital in Davao said it lost over $800,000. Most of it from elderly Americans who stayed too long without paying. One heartbreaking story is of a 73-year-old U.S. veteran who lived in the Philippines for 15 years. He missed 2 health interviews because he was sick. And just like that, his visa was canceled. He had only 21 days to leave. Now, even people who've lived there for years feel unsure. If you're new, the message is loud and clear. Bring money, follow the rules, and show real respect, or you might not be welcome anymore. Number 7, Thailand. Thailand has always been known as the land of smiles, but in 2025, that smile feels a little smaller, especially if you're an American. The Thai government has started a strict new plan called the Secure Thailand Initiative, and it's hitting hard for foreigners who want to stay long-term. Now, if you're trying to live in Thailand, the rules are much tougher. You need to prove you earn at least $3,000 a month, buy local health insurance, show a clean criminal record from both your country and Thailand, and check in with biometric scans every 90 days. Even the popular Elite Visa, which once gave easy access to long stays, is under review. Nearly 2,000 people have already lost their visas in just 1 year. One sad case is an American YouTuber living in Chiang Mai. He made a light joke about Thai politics in a vlog. Days later, he was banned from coming back. I didn't think it was a big deal, he said. But in 2025, nothing is harmless anymore. Thailand isn't kicking Americans out directly, but it's making it so stressful, confusing, and full of paperwork that many are leaving on their own. And that's the shock. It's not a headline, it's real life. Is the world turning away from Americans? This isn't a made-up story. It's happening quietly but everywhere. The American passport still gets you into many countries, but not as easily as before. And now, staying long-term often means background checks, visa audits, and showing you're worthy. So the big question is, are countries just protecting themselves, or is America losing its global welcome? Tell us what you think in the comments. We read them all. Stay informed, stay respectful, and if you're lucky, stay welcome.